Welcome to Lesson 7 of How to Understand Quranic Grammar series. Last time we started our journey with Arabic verbs, and we started with the first topic related to it, which is the Arabic pronouns. We learned that there are three types of pronouns: separated pronouns, attached pronouns, and hidden pronouns. And we learned that the separated pronouns in Arabic are the subject pronouns in English, so they're like he, she, they, we, and so on. And today's topic will be mainly about attached pronouns, what they mean, and how we can use them. So let's get started. It is quite known that the Quran, and Arabic in general, contains words that can be sometimes translated into full sentences. One of the secrets to this characteristic is prefixes and suffixes. A regular word in the Quran can easily have 1, 2, and even 3 suffixes, which adds a lot to the meaning of the word. And today we'll talk about one of the most common suffixes in the Quran, which are the attached pronouns. Attached pronouns in Arabic means الضمائر المتصلة. And here are the 3 most important things you need to know about الضمائر المتصلة. The first thing is that in Arabic, attached pronouns only come as suffixes, which means that they only come at the end of words. Also, it is important to know that you can add up to 2 suffixes to a single word after one another. Last, attached pronouns in Arabic can be translated to object pronouns in English, so like me, him, her, them, and so on, or to possessive pronouns, so like my, his, their, our, and so on. And the type of word it is attached to and the context will determine which one of the 2 it is. And just like last time, singular pronouns will be in yellow, dual pronouns will be given in green, and plural pronouns will be in orange. So let's get started with the first one. Last time we learned about the pronoun أنا, which means I, and its attached pronoun is the suffix e, which comes only at the end of words as a suffix, and it would then mean me or my, like in these examples. قال جعلني على خزائن الأرض. So in this example we see the verb اجعلني, and at the end of it we see the ya attached to the end of it to give the meaning of put me or appoint me. وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. And in this example, we see the suffix e coming twice in the same ayah. The first time in this word, nafsi, which is then translated to myself, and also at the end of the example in the word Rabbi to indicate my Lord. Next is ant, which means you, as we learned last time, and its attached pronoun will be ke, which would then come at the end of verbs and nouns, and it would then mean you as an object pronoun or your, like in these examples. ارجعوا إلى أبيكم فقولوا يا أبانا إن ابنك سرق. قالوا تالله إنك لفي ضلالك القديم. The next pronoun we learned last time was huwa, and its attached version will only be he, which comes then at the end of words, with the meaning of him or his, like in these examples. يا بني اذهبوا فتحسسوا من يوسف وأخيه ولا تيأسوا من روح الله. Another example. وبيضت عيناه من الحزن فهو كظيم. Next is the attached pronoun, which is related to hiya, and this attached version is ha, which is then attached to the end of words, and it means her. And don't forget that in English, her is used as an object pronoun, so I saw her, and also as a possessive pronoun, so we say her book. We see it used in the Quran in this example. ولا تسقي الحرث مسلمة لا شية فيها قالوا الآن جئت بالحق فذبحوها وما كادوا يفعلون. And before we can leave the singular pronouns behind, it is important to remember that Arabic does not have a neutral pronoun, which equals the pronoun it in English. That's why sometimes the words huwa and hiya, or their attached pronouns ha or ha at the end of words, can be translated into it or its in order to fit the translation and the English sentence. Now these were the singular attached pronouns, which come at the end of words as suffixes. Moving on to the dual attached pronouns, which also come as suffixes at the end of words. And what we learned last time for the dual pronouns was entuma, and its attached version is kuma, which would then mean you or your for the dual form, like in these examples. إن هذا عدو لك ولزوجك فلا يخرجنكما من الجنة فتشقى. And if it was not directly talking to two people, and you would be talking about two people, you would then use the suffix huma, which would then be attached to the end of verbs or nouns, with the meaning of their or them for the dual form, like in this example. فأكلا منها فبدت لهما سوآتهما وطفقا يخصفان عليهما من ورق الجنة. Now moving on to the plural attached pronouns. Last time we learned that نحن means we, and the attached version of نحن in Arabic is the suffix na, and the suffix na at the end of words would then mean us or our, which we can see in these examples. وَقَالُوا لَوْلَا يَأْتِينَا بِآيَةٍ مِّن رَّبِّهِ يُوسُفُ أَيُّهَا الصِّدِّيقُ أَفْتِنَا إِنَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِنَا الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Now, next is أنتم, which means you for plural, and the attached version of it is kum. And as you would expect, kum at the end of words would then mean you or your for the plural form, like in these examples. منها خلقناكم وفيها نعيدكم ومنها نخرجكم تارة أخرى. Now this pronoun and this suffix is used when addressing men only, and it is also used when addressing a group of people, including men and women. However, if you're addressing a group of only women, you would then use antunna. And antunna was not discussed last time because it is not mentioned in the Quran. However, its attached pronoun is mentioned in the Quran, and that's why we're talking about it this time. And we see the suffix kunna used in the following example. إنه من كيدكن إن كيدكن عظيم. So here the suffix kun was used because it is addressing only a group of women. Next is the pronoun hum. Hum could also be used as a suffix at the end of words to indicate the meaning of their and them, like in these examples. ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون. And just like the case with antum and antunna, hum is used when talking about a group of men, also is used when talking about a group including men and women. And if you're talking about a group of only women, you would then use the suffix hunna. That would be attached to the end of verbs and nouns, and it would then mean their or them, but only if the group is made up of women, like in this example. وَمَن يُكْرِههُّنَّ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ مِن بَعْدِ إِكْرَاهِهِنَّ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Finally, just like last time, there will also be a poster that would help you remember these attached pronouns along with the separated pronouns. And the best surah that you could use to train your skills with separated pronouns and attached pronouns is Surat Yusuf, because it contains all the variations of separated pronouns as well as attached pronouns. So make sure that you would read it at least once after watching this lesson and ask yourself what the meaning is of each pronoun that you come up against. Now let's go back to the beginning of the lesson when we showed a very long word in Arabic, and let's analyze it and see how we can understand it. The word is فَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمُوهُ. Here it starts with fa, which means so or then, which we learned in 50% of the Quranic vocabulary. And the verb, as you see in green, is أَسْقَيْنَا. And the verb ends with two suffixes following one another. أَسْقَيْنَاكُمْ, which would then mean you as an object pronoun, and after it we see the attached pronoun ه, which would then mean his, him, or it. So that's why فَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمُوهُ means and we give it to you to drink. Now finally, I'm going to give you a long word, and I want you to try and analyze the word and tell me which are the prefixes and which are the suffixes and what would they mean. The word is فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمْ. And because we haven't studied this verb yet, I'm going to mark the verb with a green color, because then it would make it easier for you to understand where is the prefix and where is the suffix. Thanks for watching. I hope you have learned something new today. If you did, please like and share the video for other people to learn from it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Lesson 8.